There you go. 2 more peppers fresh from the garden. Yeah, they've all been tasting really good so far. So those are also going to be excellent when I eat them. I was using the power trimmer today because we have roughly 5 hours in between thunderstorms. And I was trying to clear up my large mess down there. We're going to walk down in a minute so we can compare it to the original video when I was asking. Sorry, I'm trying to close the door here. When I was asking for help, or not help, but just if anybody had a walk behind trimmer, you know, if they used it, blah blah blah. But we had to take a break while I was doing all that trimming because I found Mr. Turtle. He's just a little baby, and I won't lie, I picked him up and I put him in the container here because I didn't want to trim him up, and I didn't want him to go, you know, to where some tall grass was that I was going to be trimming in the next minute or two. So I put him in here just for the duration of trimming. But we're going to go set him free here in a couple of seconds, and then kind of stand where I stood when I was asking about the original trimmers, so we can show a before and after of that area. So talk to you in a few when I get down there. So right about here is where I was standing before, because there's my little trench where gray water comes out, and I can't run over the ditch with the riding lawnmower, and you couldn't walk through any of that. Yeah, the patch is still high because I don't want to mess up the pumpkin. You know, I'm gonna let him live large. So there's that goes back to where his root areas are, and you can kind of see just from how tall that stuff is. That's how tall all the weeds in that area used to be. So it took about an hour and a half. The DTR walk behind trimmer cleared all of it, starting on the right, going towards the left, because it ejects to the right, and that way it would cut through and eject it out of the way, and it was always cutting fresh. Made short work of it. From there, I think I mentioned in another video that the couple of guys had come up and approached me because they're clearing dead standing trees off the neighbor's property. Wanted to know if I wanted to do the same thing with what the power company did, and the answer was yes, and to include dead standing trees. So by trimming this all down, this also gives them easy access to clear those trees for me. I'll love it. So anyway, we're going to set Mr. Turtle free. Just because this is area that he knows, and I didn't trim it all down yet. This is where I'm going to put him, and that way this evening, if he wants to walk on or walk away, off into the forest or down to the main ravine, he can. And then just as a side note, and it's one of those things I'm going to have to check out, my ravine is up here, and then we go solid ground again, and I'm not sure why. But I'll wait till some of this, all the stuff that I chopped dies back a little before I figure out why the ravine just kind of stops, Anyway, so there's Mr. Turtle. Probably thinking, what? I don't know, I think my video just cut out on me, but let Mr. Turtle go. He's heading towards deeper grass, which is why I put him here. This is the stuff I didn't cut yet. Because I don't know why my phone keeps cutting out. Bye, Mr. Turtle. All right, I'm going to talk to you later.